Oh, you look so cute. Doing it on ice cream. That fresh cream with it.
Oh, it's so pretty. Welcome back to Kenton and Habiba. On the last vlog, I did a mini makeover for our breakfast room area, or where we eat informally. I changed the chairs, those ghost chairs, to these velvet blue chairs from Her Nest, and I've linked the business in the description box if you want to check them out. It was such a beautiful spring day when I recorded that last vlog. Also, you recall I did some cooking. I made some Korean-inspired beef for Kenton, and that turned out actually quite tasty. A little lunch before he had to head out. That same day, my mother also dropped by with a piece of lamb, large piece of lamb, for Easter. And I realized I never really shared any Easter footage because I didn't really vlog. But here are some clips of Easter, okay? So this was actually the night before Easter. I decided to set the table in preparation. I layered on 2 white tablecloths, and I also decided to make some floral arrangements with these British daffodils I had and a ton of other flowers you'll see. Look at these. These are white bells, or white Canterbury bells, which I decided to place on the coffee table. So I think they look pretty good on the coffee table, right? I just love how flowers brighten up any space. So now I'm going to focus on plates. As you know, I like to collect different plate settings, and I decided this one by Oscar de la Renta would be appropriate for spring. I like the colors. I also decided to write some simple questions on a piece of paper that I would then cut out. I just thought it was something cute to do at the table after lunch, you know, just to encourage conversation, because as you know, my kids are pretty introverted, but I thought this would at least help us to talk. So I put the questions in Easter eggs and I spread them all over the table. So each person would grab a random egg off of the table and then answer the question inside. Because of course, we're all too grown for candy at this point and no one's doing an Easter egg hunt. At least not in my house. Anyway, the eggs are really pretty on the table and I really enjoyed this little activity. So here's the table. This is actually Easter Sunday morning, and we actually are heading out to church. But I'm happy that the table was set the night before. The flowers aren't fully opened, but they will continue to open beautifully. By the way, Miriam managed to come home for the weekend from college, and also Kareem is here. Khalid, on the other hand, was traveling back from Louisiana, so he won't be able to spend the day with us. Mariam and Kareem did not want to go to church, but have agreed to stay and cook. So we gave them strict instructions on what to start. All right, so I grabbed this orange on the way out, and I did not realize it was a blood orange. This is literally my first time eating a blood orange. I was like truly shocked at how red it was. Am I the only one who has never eaten a blood orange before? I've heard of blood oranges, but I had no idea what they looked or tasted like. To me, they taste like a cross between a grapefruit and an orange that happens to be bright red. Time to pick up Nana.
Oh my Lord.
You can probably hear the surprise in my voice because I'm like, Nana, what do you have on? She is definitely dressed for the nines. But again, it is Easter, although this church we're going to, people don't really dress up like that. But my mother is extra, so we're just gonna let her do what she gotta do.
What?
Again, I wasn't really intending to vlog that day, so I apologize. The clips are very short. But just to give you the gist or, you know, the flavor of the day, we went to church. Of course, I did not record the whole service. It would have been too much, and it was kind of awkward to take out your phone in church. You know what I mean? But it was a good service. So we're back home at Kenton and Habiba's place, and we're ready to eat.
That was ridiculous stuff. I made pickleball yesterday.
We got the flowers.
Oh, happy Easter. Oh, you look so posh, Mother. Thanks, posh. Like my hat? Interested? Like a kind of peacock? She and her hats. She and her hat. You should see the one that I. This one is not as outrageous as the other one. I wear that for Derby Day at the clubhouse.
What? Your feet look so young, Mother.
What? Get to bed, baby. Sleep like a baby. Don't feel sluggish.
The lamb has been cooking for a few hours, but I'm not gonna lie, this lamb is looking a little bit too rare for me. So thankfully we have a lot more food that has been cooked. In Kareem's defense, he did follow instructions that his father had given him. The outside pieces were actually quite cooked, and Nana felt like her pieces were cooked, but for me, it was a no. Actually, the following day, we ended up re-roasting the lamb, and I also cut small pieces to make a lamb stew on the stove.
Hi. Very nice. This is my look for church.
I thought your hat would be bigger.
I have a bigger one at home, but it was for clubhouse when I go and make a scene. When they were young. Well, you look so cute. Don't you look so cute? That's so thin.
That was same your size. Same weight as like.
In the oven too.
I will say Kareem and Mariam did an awesome job with the salmon and everything else. It was delicious. And we did, you know, repurpose the lamb the following day by rebaking it. And also, like I said, I made a stewed lamb curry. And that was delicious.
Only since I got here, I'm told that lamb, maybe fatty lamb. This is not fatty. So how's your weekend been, Miriam?
Been harassed several times by your daughter.
Oh, that house.
Oh, you bring it with you.
And now, back to school today? Well,
Of course, if you know me, we have to have dessert. So we had carrot cake, and honestly, I did not eat any. Not because I didn't want any, but it wasn't a gluten-free cake. I just wanted to make sure everybody else had some dessert. And Kenton was sweet enough to get me some French macaroons. So I did have French macaroons instead for my dessert.
I'll have fresh cream with it. Thank you.
Shortly after lunch, we end up dropping Nana back at her place, and then we have to drop Mariam back to college. Here she is, dressed back in her typical uniform of jeans and t-shirt. And off she goes back to school. And the thing is, this is her last semester. Oh my God, her last semester. So I can't believe Kenton and I have managed to put 3 young adults through college, with Mariam, the youngest, about to graduate college in a few months. Anyway, we stop at Walmart because she wants to pick up some last-minute things, including some kimchi. As you know, kimchi is traditionally Korean. It's made with napa cabbage and a lot of hot pepper. And it actually has a lot of probiotics in it, so it's quite healthy, or gut healthy. Anyway, I don't know what else she's picking up, but I'm looking at the cookies. Kareem is tired after all that cooking. And now we are headed to her dorm to drop her off. I just wanted you to see my dress. I don't think you actually saw what I was wearing that day. I didn't have any makeup on, but I was wearing a cute dress. So here we are, almost at the campus, and I'm kind of looking at this through different eyes because I'm like, wow, this is literally our last trip to this college, ECU, before she graduates. So the next time we come here, we'll probably be at Miriam's graduation. That is still crazy to me. So anyway, it's a nice day. As you can see, it's quite sunny, and I'm sure she's happy to be back on campus. She gets, very focused about her work and wanting a little bit of time to acclimate or readjust before classes start the next day. So Kareem is eating a Twizzler sitting on Miriam's bed, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that effed up looking stuffed animal on Miriam's bed. What is that? Apparently she made that in class. Obviously it looks very dark. Look at the mouth. Look at the carrot that it's holding. The mouth is also turned down. But if you know anything about Miriam's personality, then I guess it's not a surprise, I guess. The thing about having children is sometimes your kids do not come out anything like you. And honestly, Miriam, when I think of her personality, it is like Wednesday, okay? Wednesday from the Addams Family. And I'm telling you, she would not even be offended by me saying this. She would agree that that character probably most describes her sense of humor and how she approaches things. So I should not be surprised to find this disturbing looking animal thing that she has on her bed. Anyway, let me hurry up and come out of this room. Overall, though, honestly, Miriam is a pretty sweet person. She just doesn't like to be bothered, okay? She's very reserved. You don't bother her, she don't bother you. Bye, Miriam. See you soon. We'll see her back for graduation, I guess. It's been several days since I got these flowers, and they look even more gorgeous now than they did over a week ago. Wow, these flowers I've had for over a week and they look amazing. Just look at the layers when it comes to the petals. These are called rose lilies. So these aren't the typical lilies. These are rose lilies. They're so elegant. Look at them in contrast to Easter lilies. You know, the typical Easter lilies? Those are pretty too, but I don't think they are as glamorous as these rose lilies on the left. What do you think? I mean, I like them both, but these rose lilies are something else. And it's just, when I walk in the room and I see them, they absolutely just make me smile. I think they are wonderful flowers for a wedding bouquet or for a tea party or for any special occasion. If you see these in your store, get them. Get them. Of course, it wouldn't be spring without tulips, right? And thankfully, you don't have to go to Holland to appreciate or to be surrounded by tulips. I love these tulips in this glass vase. I love the fact that the vase is see-through and you can see the bulbs and you can see the roots. It's giving science experiment meets vintage botanical garden print. That's how I feel when I see it. Just something so enchanting and magical about it, and I love staring at it. The daffodils are also doing really well. The flowers have really opened up since we purchased them. And as you can see, this is a very large vase with the exposed bulbs. And each of these containers or vases with the bulbs cost about $12.99 or $13 from Wegmans, which wasn't too bad. But the fact that we have so many flowers, they kind of add up. So in one shopping spree, we bought $74 worth of flowers. What do you think? Is that a lot? I don't know. Well, at least it was better than buying a whole bunch of cake and dessert. Instead, we bought flowers. So yeah, these are obviously roses, and these were $12. So the roses were $12, and they're very large. You know, as long as you give them clean water and you give them the floral food, they last really quite a long time, and they're gorgeous. So yeah, $12 for the roses. It's a bit much, but I also like the look of different flowers with different heights and different colors bunched together, kind of like creating a collage of flowers. It just brings so much life and color to the room. And even though I said I was trying to be minimalist, that lasted 5 minutes because I love all the color and the green and the life. Anyway, time to water my peace lily. She's a little bit thirsty. And also, how's the flowers on the coffee table? I probably should have taken this to the sink. Habiba, making a mess. I'll have to come back and clean it. I didn't realize the water had dried out. But thank God for glass. Probably should come mist these ones too. And pull them out a little bit. So I have the fern here and the little African violet in the teacup. And this orchid is doing well. You can see the little leaves are starting to bud. Well, the little flowers are going to come through soon, which means they're getting enough humidity. And I have two other big orchids there. And of course, I got the plants over here. I watered that one, I think, yesterday. I still got those. All this talk about plants and flowers reminds me, yesterday we stopped by Bath & Body because I just wanted to see what new creams they had, and I was just so impressed by their gorgeous new display. It is so beautiful, and look at that bottle perfume. Yes, so beautiful. Everything is so floral and pretty. This is a body butter, and yeah, so gorgeous. I was just like, wow, I'm not even like one of those girls that's obsessed with Bath & Body. Not really. I mean, I do have quite a few of their lotions, and I do think they make great gifts for yourself or for your daughter or for your friends or sister. But the display was just amazing. This is like their wedding collection. One of the sales associates was showing me around. You know, obviously she could see that I was impressed, and obviously she thought like, oh, you'll like this and you'll like that. And I appreciated it. This one was called Dressed in White, or this collection. Very pretty. And yeah, you definitely got to stop by Bath & Body, check out their collection. And this is not even sponsored. Like, I genuinely loved the display. Look at this one for Bridgerton. Like, everything was inspired by Bridgerton. Bridgerton? Am I even saying that right? Bridgerton, you know what I'm saying. For those who watch, what was your favorite season? Season 1, 2, 3, or 4? Look, this is actually like air freshener. It looks like a chandelier. You know, I was drawn to all that gold and all that bling, and they have candles with crowns around them. And just, so beautiful. Everything smells amazing. Like I said before, lots of gift ideas and ideas for your home, for your office, for your bedroom. Look at this one. This is also another air freshener. It looks like a teacup. Cute.
Yeah, Bridgerton is having a moment for sure.
A lot of cute stuff if you're really a fan of the show, including that air freshener. Or above, that collection is called Charlotte's Tea. Nice. Anyway, I was inspired. I did not pick up anything, but I was definitely inspired for the near future. Hope you enjoyed that little peek into what's new at Bath & Body, but let's get back to watering my plants, my little plant babies. On a side note, the last time my mom was here, she was telling Miriam about how as a child I was very serious and very intense and almost intimidating even to some adults. I didn't really allow myself to enjoy childhood. Part of it was my parents' relationship, if I'm completely honest, but also the culture that I was living in and also just being the firstborn. Anyway, it's in complete contrast to the person that I am now, and many might even think that I am childish at times, and that's okay. I actually don't care. It's fine. We all have different facets or sides to us, and childish might be one of mine. But also, as most of you know, I can be very serious when necessary. As you know, this world is crazy sometimes, and adulting can be incredibly stressful. So I think it's okay to give yourself permission once in a while to be childish or to have some fun. Find a hobby where you can just play a little. It's okay.
This is little Miss Miriam with a little crown on her head and her little book. Sometimes she likes to sit on the floor reading her book with her little toy. And let's see, here's her ice cream. And here's Kareem in the background. Oh, Chef Kareem. You know, he does all the cooking. He loves to cook. He's such a good cook. What is he making today? Oh, you know what? We didn't even turn on all the lights. I wired this little house of theirs, see? Did you see that? The lights went on. Ta-da! There's a fried egg going in there. I just love the quality of this, I think, Danish toys. These are gonna last for years. One day when I have grandkids, when my kids give me kids, they will have this because it's solid enamel. It's quite sturdy. And some of the things in here I bought from Malik, but some of the things are from Etsy. So like this little cupboard is from Etsy, and so is the little china. Tiny little china. The door's open for real. Tiny little teacups. I can't even pick them up without making a mess. This is Prince Khalid. Let's see, he's gonna go upstairs. He's gonna go upstairs. He's left his tea and dessert up here. You know what? I'll have him sit on the chair. And he's got lots of books up here. I can't even reach. See, lots of little books in here. And these are books for real, miniature books. See? With pages. Didn't believe me, but they got pages. All right, we'll give him this book. We'll give him the blue book. And then put this one back. I literally need like tweezers to pick these things up. Okay. All right, folks, enough playing around. We got work to do. Let's turn this off. Let them go back to what they do, whatever that is. Turn the lights off. And that's all.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little Easter recap and seeing Nana and Miriam and Kareem and briefly Kenton, right? Anyway, what should we do next? What kind of content should I bring you next? Should we do some more cooking or some more plants, or do you want something more serious like a health-related topic? Let me know in the comments. What would you like to see? I am at your service, my dear. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, and I will see you soon. Bye! And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. By the way, are you still subscribed? Sometimes YouTube has a way of unsubscribing people, so please check for me. Are you subscribed? See you soon.